Hello.
Hello and welcome.
So you're still kind of doing it.
Yeah, I know. I think if you bring it up more, people will recognize it. Oh, wait, they already are. No comments, though. I haven't seen any comments about it.
It's because we don't have listeners.
Yeah, we do. We have one.
One listener.
One listener.
It's you.
No, it's Rich.
Rich.
Which, by the way, guys.
Oh.
Special episode.
Yeah.
I don't know when.
No.
But sometime.
Probably.
3 Tunes Podcast.
3 Tunes Podcast.
Is that really what we want to do? 3 Tunes?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Especially, yeah.
All right.
I had that other idea to do that, too.
Yeah, I know.
With somebody else, but...
Yeah, we didn't do that.
Yeah.
We still haven't done that. This will be our first 3 Tunes.
Yeah.
You're going to change the cover.
No, you just leave it. Just put it in the episode description.
So I'm reading the book How Music Works by David Byrne.
Mm-hmm. I've started that.
What do you think of the first?
I don't remember. It was like 10 years ago.
Okay, so the first part
I just saw it on my shelf the other day and realized it as a bookmark right where I left off.
The first part of it talks about like...
Also I have the black. Do you have the orange cover? I have the black cover.
Which means I have the newer one. I'm assuming it's the newer one. It's expanded.
He figured it out, actually.
He figured out how music works. Actually, in it, he's like... Because, I've learned some more stuff.
Yeah.
And I probably will learn more. The first chapter is more about like architecture.
Sure.
And how music is made for locations.
Okay.
Or how it reacts to locations.
Like the performance space.
Yes.
The performance space. Remembering this now, yeah.
Yeah, so like it kind of ties back to what I said last week.
Yeah.
It's like we're in this concert hall that's built for concerts, and we're still pumping it through a sound system, which maybe isn't. And also, there in some of the pieces, there's organ, but it's like a specific type of organ that they wanted to probably capture that sound and not the sound of the organ that's in that room. And I just looked at it and I'm like, this is like, what does that organ sound like in this room? And then I also looked at like how the pipes were laid out and I'm like, that doesn't really look that cool. Did you notice them?
It was probably covered because of the movie screen.
Ah, you're right. There you go. Yeah. So there's pipes behind there, and it's not really like, they don't look like they're purposefully in a pattern that looks appealing.
Okay.
It just looks like they're like
how they needed to be put together.
Yeah, but like a lot of organs, like they're like, we're gonna the placement of them doesn't really matter because like sometimes churches,
you don't even see them.
Yeah, sometimes you don't see them, and sometimes the organ is so complex that what you do see is only a portion of them, and they're all around the room because it's like, well, the room is the instrument. So I found it really interesting, that first chapter, where it's like talking about like this music was meant for this space, and then when you put different music into that space, it doesn't really work. So like concert halls with like lots of reverberation, percussion doesn't really work that well. Or bagpipes in a small concert hall.
Sure.
Bagpipes are meant to be played outside. I'm not saying that as like, no, you can only play it outside. It's like, no, that's like how they sound the best is outside. They sound amazing in a giant field outside. But you put them in a concert hall and it's just like...
It sounded pretty good in the Scope Arena, though.
Giant spaces. Giant spaces, it sounds great.
Yeah.
The bigger the space, the better. But this was like smaller than our auditorium is where I the most times I would, well, I shouldn't say that because we had a pipe band in college. Edinburgh.
The Kilties.
The Fighting Scots.
Fighting Kilties.
The Fighting Skilties. Yeah, so that book's orange and good. Yours is apparently black.
Yeah.
What would
I'm currently reading Wagnerism.
Yeah, how's that going?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Been too tired to like read though. So I read a comic last night, or a graphic novel called Kanto.
Kanto? Kanto?
No, just Kanto. It's loosely in the L. Frank Baum Wizard of Oz world.
Okay. Is that in public domain?
I don't know.
Wizard of Oz? I bet it is.
I don't know.
I bet it's in the public domain.
It's more like the teens, early aughts.
Or the 20s. If it's the early...
I mean, the movie was made in like 39.
Well,
and there was like an adaptation. There was a movie before that movie.
Yeah. But that they'd have to pay the Baum estate But
yeah, but I mean, like,
but I think you can use Wizard of Oz and do whatever you want with it,
Sure.
or set your world in that world
yeah,
any way you want because it's in public domain. I think like from 1927,
okay,
you can, or maybe it's 23.
yeah. Whenever Steamboat Willie came out,
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
But-
But anyway, that was good. That was cute. The first
Yeah.
one. There's more.
I also read, what was it?
Yesterday was Free Comic Book Day,
Yeah. How was
so
that?
it was fine. I got there late, so
Okay.
like most of the free stuff had been picked through.
Yeah.
So I got a couple things, but the one thing I like is the comic book store I go to. Shout out Comics Connection in Mechanicsburg. They'll do sales on that day.
Yeah.
So I buy a lot more like trade paperback, graphic novel stuff. So I bought like 5 of those yesterday because they're all 20% off. So I pretty much like got at least one for free if you kind of do the math that way. So that's mostly why I like going, because the free comic book stuff, it's usually, they're fine. They're like little one shots, or they're like an issue 0 leading up to like a new thing, or they have like a lot of kids stuff. And so that's not usually why I go, or like what I'm looking forward to. So yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say now.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I read Jeff Tweed, one of Jeff Tweedy's book, How to Write One Song.
Okay.
It's really good.
Nice.
It's basically saying, hey, shut up and go write something. Like, just go do something. Here are some ways you could go do something.
Yeah.
you wanna
Mike
be creative.
Birbiglia talks
Yeah.
about, he's a comedian, but he talks about, there's a couple books. One is Bird by Bird, I think by Anne Lamott. And then there's, which I have, but I haven't read. And then there's another one, I forget what that one is too, but they're all just about like getting you to write more. Like she's a writer. What is it? Some Instructions on Writing and Life is her book. A pep talk on and how-to guide approaching writing as a life path. So, but the whole idea is like, yeah, you just got to like do it.
How does the bird...
I don't know. I didn't read it. I just own it because he was talking about it a lot. And I was like, that sounds interesting.
So you have this, but
I
don't.
own this, but I haven't read it yet.
How long is it?
Well, at least 25 years.
It's 256 pages.
Yeah. I need to read it like when I'm in that space of like
Yeah,
needing to be creative. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like, I mean, it would be reading for pleasure, but in a way, like doing something too. I have this idea, and maybe, you know, you and others can like hold me to it over the summer. Like on days when I have my days free, is I want to walk to my local library, which is like probably like a 25-minute walk for me.
Yeah. Mine too.
And take my laptop, take my headphones, take my, maybe my little Arturia keyboard,
Okay.
which I didn't really use the whole semester that I was in that class.
The reason you bought that you didn't use it for.
But I'm glad I have it because I've wanted to have a nicer MIDI keyboard for a while because the one I had was crap.
I bought a new MIDI keyboard recently
Yeah.
because I saw a preview of it and it's like how well it works with Logic Pro.
Okay.
And I'm like, watch the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, I want to be able to do that.
There you go.
I want to be able to do that. Oh, you could do that. Oh, you could do that. Oh, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Yes, I will buy that. It's a lot. So the one I'm looking at, the Arturia Keystep 37, and it's like maybe an inch tall. This one's like 2 inches tall, and it doesn't have to be. It's also lighter than this. And this one is like, it's not extremely heavy, but there's a lot of empty space in that. It's who is it made by? Whoever makes the launch pad.
Okay.
I forget.
I don't know. So
Novation.
anyway,
Novation.
But
Novation.
my thought is though that I want to go to the library with my laptop, with my keyboard, and spend at least an hour arranging something.
Okay.
Because I want to get back into I want to arrange tunes.
Do you need a
Jazz
place?
tunes.
Do you need a place? Like where?
I just need to not work at my house.
Okay. So
and
you
I
need a
don't want
place.
to drive to school.
Yeah.
And I'm fat and out of shape. So if I walk,
Yeah. There you go.
I got that going too. You know what I mean? So it's like making my brain better, my body better, like that kind of stuff. Like, you know, so that's kind of my goal.
I also read this other. What was the other book?
And like, maybe I shouldn't say every day, but like if I do it 2 times a week to start out, you know what I mean? Like, and then if I build that habit of doing that stuff, like creatively and healthily, like, you know, helping myself out, hopefully. That's what I want to do. But yeah, so I finished my semester with an A in my class. Very proud. 100% on all my projects.
Congratulations.
But yeah, did not use that keyboard even one time. I think because when I did try to use it, there was like a delay, and I couldn't figure out how to make it not do that. And then I just stopped.
Oh, the
like when I would like hit the key, the sound wouldn't go.
Gotcha.
And then I also started using loops for everything.
Yeah, and then you're like, this is so much easier.
Like, this is way easier.
So much easier to cheat.
Yeah, my final project, that was kind of cool. We had to do an artist profile video, like 3 to 5 minute video profiling some artist. So I did Billy Strayhorn, and
isn't that what? Wait,
that's maybe what I want to do my thesis on as well. But I basically I had ChatGPT. I know I shouldn't use it, but I had it write me a like short biography, and then I was like, make it a little longer, and it did. And then so I used that as like so I recorded myself just reading that, as like voiceover.
Oh, okay.
And then I overlaid that with various pictures I found of him, and then put in some like snippets of tunes, like when I was mentioning like some of his more famous tunes. Yeah. You like Chelsea Bridge, and then here's like 8 seconds of Chelsea Bridge, and Rain Check, and here's like a little bit of this. And then I found a video clip of Duke talking about Billy on an interview that he was on. And then I had at the very end a clip of Billy playing with Duke's band that I put in. It's kind of like a post credits. Speaking of post credits, you didn't see Thunderbolts yet, right?
No.
I won't spoil anything for you. Strayhorn, not Shoehorn, Billy Shoehorn. That sounds like the Sesame Street version that they would have done. This is Billy Shoehorn.
How long did the video have to be?
Oh, I didn't even give all this. So Bo just typed in, create a script for a video about Billy Strayhorn, and this is giving me like a title slide, opening music, a narrator voiceover, cut to this, cut to that. I just typed in write a short biography on him, and then I said make it a little longer, and it did, and just added like a little bit more detail.
Music clip, take the Adrian mix, please.
Yeah. I mean, that's essentially like what I did.
Yeah.
LGBTQ plus flag subtly blended with jazz imagery. Okay, sure. Yeah. So anyway, but that's basically what I did. What was I talking about though?
I don't know anymore. I'm sorry.
I have no idea.
Other book I read was The War of Art.
Oh, okay.
It was written by Stephen Pressfield.
Yeah.
Who also wrote The Legend of but also The Legend of Bagger Vance.
Oh, okay.
Which, like, when he was talking about it, I'm like, what? This is the guy that wrote that movie?
Interesting.
Or the book.
The book, yeah.
That's based on, or the movie's based on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This was written in 2002. Mm-hmm. So he talks about, like, 9/11. Mm. And I'm like, this is weird. Why is he? And I'm like, when did this come out?
Did what's his name? Gerard Way read this book?
No, because he did that. He started that band before 2002.
No, it's 9/11.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I know.
So The War of Art came out in 2002.
Sure, yeah.
My Chemical Romance was already banned.
Because of 9/11.
Yes, 100% because of 9/11.
Yeah. Have you ever read the book that their name is from?
No. Is it called My Chemical Romance?
It's a Irvine Welsh book. It's called something, and then it's like the subtitle is like 3 Chemical Romances or something like that. Mm-hmm. Search Irvine Welsh books. There it is. Ecstasy, 3 Tales of Chemical Romance. Yeah, that's a good book, and it's 3 different stories. Mm-hmm. Have you ever read his stuff before? He wrote Trainspotting.
No.
That's like his one book that I haven't read. I've read other things by him, but not Trainspotting novels.
It was his first book?
Yeah. So I've read Filth. I think I read Porno. I don't think I read Glue. I read Ecstasy. Ecstasy was the first thing of his that I read. Filth isn't. They're all really interesting. Mm-hmm. I didn't read that. Actually, I guess I haven't read most of his stuff.
That's an interesting title. The Sex Lives of Siamese Twins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of like, what's his name?
Chuck Palahniuk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're very much in the same vein. Because he's Scottish.
Yes.
He writes in the dialect as well. So you got to like figure that out sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a very good writer. So, yeah. I don't know how we got here.
I don't either.
Yeah. So I went to New York.
Yeah.
In the intervening time. Went to see now Tony-nominated Floyd Collins, the musical.
Cool. Is it about a boxer?
No, it is about a cave explorer.
Spelunker?
Cave explorer. I think there's different things, technically. I don't know. Anyway, he...
Go ahead.
Floyd Collins.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No.
This is called Bode. Looks up Wikipedia. Is there a difference between...
Just talk.
No, I am. I'm reading what you're writing.
Oh my God, stop.
So he's a cave explorer, and I think it's set in like the 20s. And I forgot about that. Filth, it says. A corrupt police officer and his tapeworm serve as the narrators of this novel. I forgot that was part of it. Yes, there's a difference between cave explorer and Springer. Oh, no, okay. No. But spelunker is...
I misspelled spelunker.
Wow. That's not even close. Spalngr. Ger. Spelunker.
Is in the level of expertise.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. So he maybe was a spelunker. Anyway, he discovers this new cave, and then he ends up getting trapped. And it's about like what happened around that. It became like a big media sensation. Mm-hmm. It was like hit the radio and all that kind of stuff. It's a really good musical, but just got nominated for some Tonys. But I saw that, and then I went to my two favorite record stores, Limited to One and the Jazz Record Center. Got some things at each. At Limited to One, I did what I've done the last couple times there, where I basically treat it like I would treat like when we would go to the Wall or FYE or whatever, like media play as kids. And like sometimes I didn't always know what a thing was, but it was like, I don't know, this band sounds cool, or like it's in a genre I like, or it's on a label I like, or whatever. And if it's not too much money, I would get it. So that's what I've been doing at his place. So if it's like with a price that I'm like, hey, even if this isn't great, I can afford to not like this, you know? So I've done some things like that, but I got a couple 10 inches because he has a section of just 10-inch records, and I dug through that twice. I did it first when I got there, and then after I went through and didn't really find anything else, went back through again and then pulled a couple things. And he was like, "Do you like 10-inch records?" I was like, "I do." I was like, "I don't know what it is, but it just..."
Well, here's my whole room of 10-inch records.
I just like them a lot because it's like an interesting format, and like, you know, originally that was like the size of a 78, but then like when they got away from that, they still kind of kept it. And like, there's some jazz stuff that's on it. It's just, I don't know, just something about it. So anyway, one of the things I picked up, I forget which one it is, because I was just like going through stuff. It had his name on it, because whoever he got it from, I think like they wrote his name on it, like whatever band it was. Because like, I think it's like because a lot of stuff he has is like limited pressings. That's why it's called Limited to One. Yeah. Not that everything's, you know, 1 out of 1, but he has a lot of stuff that's, you know, only so many. But I thought that was kind of cool that he, like, it's from his collection, you know. Maybe that should tell me something that he didn't, you know, that he's selling it, but I don't know. Also, I was listening to a bunch of new music while I was there because I was just walking around town with my headphones on. And so I got a bunch of new music like in the queue for the podcast to bring up.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, so I only went for like a little over 24 hours. Like I went up Thursday morning, went to the show, and then I hit up the Jazz Record Center on Friday morning before I left.
What show was this again?
Floyd Collins.
Oh, yeah.
And as I'm walking, like with all my stuff I had, and like my backpack and whatever, and my headphones in, all of a sudden this woman like comes up and like taps me on the shoulder. Yeah. And here it's a parent and like one of the kids I teach, and like her sister and the mom and the dad and whatever, they were just in New York for the day to see Hadestown. But they're like, "Oh my gosh, Mr. Bender!" It's like, "Hey, how's it going?" But it was cool. They're super nice, and it was just like totally random. And they were like, "We were like yelling for you, but you had your headphones in, so we like ran over."
Keep going.
All right. That's all I got to say. I just thought it was kind of funny.
All right.
2 tunes.
Yes, we're
4
talking
tunes,
about
kind of.
Yes, because today's a covers episode. It's wacky 229.
Yep.
It's a morning zoo.
Mm-hmm.
It was Bill Hader, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
he was on TV show he was on Conan, the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking about a story of Henry Rollins. Henry Rollins was going to a morning show, and David Lee Roth was coming out of the morning show, and he had this like weird coat on.
Mm-hmm.
And David Lee Roth is... The funny part of it is that Bill Hader did a really good David Lee Roth impression, and I'm not gonna do it
Sure.
well. But he's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And then he's like, "Do you want a drink?" And he opens up the coat, and he's just got like beers lined with it. And then it's Henry Rollins, who doesn't drink apparently at that point. I believe he probably still does not drink. He probably is still straight edge.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, man, it's like 6 a.m. or 9 a.m. or whatever. He's like, no. He's like, why? You got school later? And it was so dumb.
That's amazing.
But it's like, it's weird. Like,
it's a good line too.
Yeah. It's like, what, you got school? I should say that to all my friends. It's like, you want a beer? It's like, dude, it's 6 a.m. It's like, why, you got school? It's like, actually, I do have school. I've got work. Yeah. But it's funny that like Bill Hader was telling a story about other people that he probably has no affiliation. It's like, why is Bill Hader telling
that
this
story?
Yeah. And it's like me telling the story right now. Like, I saw this thing. And it's like, you're telling of another person's story of another person. And it's like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm doing it because it's funny. So we have 2 tunes. And it's a covers episode. The way that I found this was I was teaching this guitar student, and they were learning the Bumpin' Uglies, a song from the Bumpin' Uglies, who just recently played Harrisburg. Apparently they're not that big, or maybe they're local. I don't even know. I don't.
Yeah, one of my students also listens to them, I think, because their dad does.
Yeah. They're definitely like, it's like Sublime type band. Let's like acoustic.
They're from Maryland.
So relatively close. Yeah. So that band is like reggae, but like Sublime reggae ska type thing. And I started like looking into, well, there's another artist that was featured with that band. And then I went to that person, and then they were on a compilation of all these cover songs of reggae versions. And that is is it Artikal Sound
System? Yeah. And they had a little bit of controversy a few years ago.
Okay.
Where I think it was one of those, like, they were getting sued for
copyright infringement. Is it really?
Yeah. Dua Lipa.
Oh, really?
Scored a legal victory in a copyright lawsuit over her 2020 smash Levitating. Oh, they sued Dua Lipa.
Because something sounded the same?
Adam Neely he's done a couple videos on that.
Yeah.
But there was one, I think, in relation to this particular thing.
I think I know.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't.
She was hit with a pair of levitating copyright lawsuits in March 2022, one from Florida reggae group named Artikal Sound System.
Okay.
That was dismissed in 2023. And another from some other people.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I was like, I couldn't remember if it was them that had done the suing or had been sued. I couldn't, but it makes more sense that they would go after a bigger.
You would, the smaller going after the big one. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I found this, and I was like, this is a
just the related questions, like Google has that, like, related things. So where's Artikal Sound System from? That makes sense.
Yeah.
What makes Artikal Sound Systems unique? That's the other thing. Who is the singer of Artikal Sound? All of this makes all sense. And then it's like, is Dua Lipa her real name? And then the next one is, what is the issue with Dua Lipa?
Okay.
That's very funny.
What is the issue?
What is the deal with Dua Lipa?
So I found them through that process of just like this to this to this to this, and there was like and I was like, this is a really good version of this.
Yeah,
I think like the chorus is like, oh, that sounds right. Like if this wasn't a cover song and that would like this would be like, this is so good.
Yeah.
And then I went to their website just now, and they're like, tour dates. Let's see, are they touring anywhere? Cool Vibes 2025, a bunch of festivals, a bunch of reggae festivals. It's like, and Everwild at Thornville. That's I've been to Thornville, Ohio. That's where I saw Punk and Drublick. So playing festivals, they got merch, got some CDs, got some vinyls, got some T-shirts.
T-shirt I heart ASS.
Yeah. Artikal sound system. Ass. Are you smiling yet? Oh yeah, that's the album, and then the album is this girl like crying. And then I think this is awesome, and I think all bands should do this. Feeling Gifty, and then they have like, give us $50 to feed us. Miles, $50 per mile.
50 cents per mile.
50 cents, sorry, $50. I mean, maybe. 50 cents per mile. Good Night's Rest, $100. Spare tire, $100.
Yeah.
And
with
like
a picture of them with a blown out tire.
Yeah, which is like, this is good. I think all bands should have this. It's like, hey, do you want to help us out? Like, we'll go on tour, and like you can just give us 50 cents per mile. Yeah. It's like, hey, it's like,
click on that for a second.
Yeah, I bet curious. It's like how many quantity.
Yeah, so quantity, how many? Yeah,
100 miles.
Add to cart.
I'm not.
Have you seen gas prices lately? Good God, that's the little tagline there.
Oh yeah, I thought you were saying that.
What is the deal with gas prices?
They don't call us starving artists for no reason.
That's good. I now want to see all of them.
Yeah. Good Night's Rest. They're all in a bed. Sponsoring the band for
an actual hotel room bed. Yeah. Graciously, thank you ahead of time.
Yeah.
And it's a picture of them all in one hotel bed.
Yeah. And then Spare Tire. The roads are hot. Fire emoji. Not in a very cool way. We are going through tires like Adam goes through women. Just kidding. We have only gone through 2 tires, and Adam is very respectful of women. Please buy us a new tire.
Amazing.
Those are funny. People should do that. All bands should do that.
That's smart.
This is great.
Smart.
I love the album cover of Are You Smiling Yet? It's this girl like me.
A little sailor outfit, yeah.
Sailor Moon. Sailor
Jupiter.
Sailor at home wants to go out to play with her friends.
Earth.
I don't know. Anyways, so the song that they're covering is Misery Business by Paramore.
Can you go to that Pop Goes Reggae just to see what else is on there? Like go to the album?
Yeah, I'm going 2 days later.
Just can't you like click on it?
No, it doesn't work that way for my playlist.
That's dumb.
Yeah, I agree.
So they are covering Sugar We're Going Down, Make Damn Sure. I don't know the Taste of Ink.
It
feels like The Used or something.
It is The Used.
Okay. I was going to say, it feels like that. Ocean Avenue, Complicated. I'm assuming the Avril Lavigne.
Probably.
Till the Day I Die.
Till the Day I Die.
Hands Down. The Middle. Helena.
Where's it,
however
Helena?
you say it, I never know. In Too Deep. My Friends Over You. I Write Sins Not Tragedies. I'd do anything. Yeah, I had to like sing it. If It Means a Lot to You. I don't know that one.
And then
Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Here, this is
If It Means a Lot to You. Who's Nathan Aurora? He's listed on all of these.
I think he's the guy that produced the whole
producer.
thing.
Hey, darling, I hope you're good.
Maybe he's the singer of all this.
Oh, maybe.
And I know you don't feel right when I'm leaving. Yeah.
No, because it should be the singer of each band, right? Like,
Maybe.
I don't know this song. What's it called?
If It Means a Lot to You.
Right, I'll just look it up real quick.
Yeah. Do any of those names look familiar? Alex Shellnut, Jeremy McKinney, Joshua Woodward.
If It Means a Lot to You is
Neil
by
Larson.
A Day to Remember. That's why I don't know it.
Okay, but anyways, we're doing Misery Business.
Yeah.
Like who produced this? Like this.
I don't know. It's a good song. It's a good album.
This is such a good song. And then this right here. Snare Snare.
Something hit that snare. Yeah.
Is that what she said?
Something about that.
I'm in the business of misery. Let's take it from the top. She's got a body like an hourglass, ticking like a clock.
I mean, she's like 16 when she wrote this song, right?
This is their like second album. She's pretty young though.
Yeah. I need to listen to this in headphones.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever noticed that little stick it in the right channel. Go back a little bit. Listen to the right. The like acoustic?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that before. Huh. That's cool. That's a good. I gotta go back and listen to this album.
So good, 'cause I got it where I want it now. And if you could, then you know you would. 'Cause God, it just feels so, it just feels so good.
So that's the original. Yeah. I know. I'm going to go listen to that record. Here's the reggae cover by Artikal Sound System.
But is it reggae?
Pop Punk Goes Reggae and Nathan.
I don't listen to reggae.
Aurora.
I have ideas about what reggae is, which is probably like old school reggae.
It's just like slowed down ska.
Sort of, yeah.
I don't know the rules.
Yeah, I don't know the rules either. I mean, they are listed as a reggae band, Artikal Sound System,
yeah.
right? So
yeah,
we will trust that what they do.
And then they have that little like record sound. And maybe that sound with like the echo.
Yeah.
Delay. Hitting on the 2 and the 4.
I'm in the business of misery. Let's take it from the top. She's got a body like an hourglass, ticking like a clock. It's a matter of time before we all run out. When I thought he was mine, she caught him by the mouth. Oh, 88 long months, she finally set him free. I told him I couldn't lie, he was the only one for me. 2 weeks and we had caught on fire. He's got it out for me, but with the biggest smile.
And then you think it's gonna like go harder, but it doesn't.
Yeah. No, this is very much reggae, obviously.
Yeah. We added that drum to our band now.
That's sort of like timbale.
Yeah. And it's like every time I heard it when we played this past couple weeks, it was just like it worked so well. I'm just like, oh my god, it's so cool.
This little like Caribbean rhythm kind of thing like works really well here too. Yeah. Damn, the drums stay pretty true. Nathan Aurora, by the way, or Nathan Feinstein, is singer, producer. I think he just produced this album. He might have sung on it as well, but
yeah, it's probably like the pop punk goes reggae, like
with him. Yeah, he's got a band called Aurora Wave, which just has this like a reggae rock band, and he was a singer for another band.
It's probably the easiest way to put out the record.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Have you listened to more of this album?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
This is the best one.
This is the one. I feel like that with all of these. Like, I know this isn't like the officially branded like
Pop Goes
or Punk Goes or whatever. Because even they did it the other way around, didn't they? Isn't it Pop Punk Goes Reggae?
Yeah, the
Aren't
original
they
is
called
whatever
Pop
goes
Punk or Country Goes Punk or whatever like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Or no, it is Punk Goes. Punk Goes Pop. Punk Goes.
No. If they're taking a song and they're making it punk, it's like what they're taking it to be.
Yeah, I guess
so.
You're
Pop goes punk.
Yeah, you're right.
Country goes punk.
Yeah, but there's one that's like Punk Goes Acoustic.
Yes, because they're taking punk song goes
right.
acoustic.
Sorry. I just made your argument for you.
Direction.
Anyway, it's not like the official branded one, I don't think, right?
No, it is not made by the same company.
Hopeless or somebody, I can't remember.
Something like that.
Anyway, I feel like that with most of those that I'm like, I like a couple of these, you know?
Yeah, they're not all winners.
Yeah. Slick Shoes. I forgot Slick Shoes was on one of those.
Yeah.
Fearless. They're the ones that did it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Punk goes chronologic. Punk goes metal. Punk goes pop.
That's the one.
Oh, and then
that was like the big one.
Wait, actually, maybe we're wrong.
What? It's Punk Goes. Yeah.
Yeah,
because they're going to that genre.
Well, they're not though, because like the Punk Goes pop.
Well, it just
they're taking Backstreet Boys and making them punk.
Yeah, but it makes sense also the other way.
Yes.
Either way, I was right. Is the point that we went.
Yeah.
Yeah. Student Rick. Who's that?
I have no idea. Yeah. They're an emo band from South Bend, Indiana.
Great. Hope they're doing well.
Being written by what?
I mean, I've heard that song.
By being written. Band broke up in 2002. Anyways.
Cool. Anyway, yeah.
We're here to talk about your tune now.
I haven't been listening to like a lot of covers. And
so when I mentioned this, you're just like, oh, yeah.
Well, no. So what had happened recently was I heard the original Come On, Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners. And then I was like, oh, yeah. That's that Save Ferris cover. That very famous Save Ferris cover. The only Save Ferris song that I know.
Didn't they do another cover as well?
I don't know. Probably. They were on, what was the movie they were in?
It was 10 Things I Hate About You?
Yeah. Which they're making into a musical.
Yes, I heard that.
Yeah, I don't know why I never like got into them. Do you know what I mean? Like I just didn't.
Yeah.
Like it would have been right in the time, you know?
Because there were other bands that were doing better things.
I guess.
Like this was their hit, but...
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know why I didn't go from the hit to that. I also never really got into like I like Real Big Fish. And I really like just that one album.
Yeah.
And I listened to it a lot, like with friends of mine, but like I never owned it. So I don't know. Yeah, most of the ska I was listening to was like, well, around that time too, a lot of the music I was listening to was technically like Christian music. Not all of it, but a lot of it was.
It could also be because the band pretty much broke up in 2003.
Yeah.
And then they came back in 2013.
Yeah. So yeah,
Save
Ferris was around in mid-90s, right? And then
95 to 2003.
Okay. So then 97 was It Means Everything came out, and that was re-recording tracks from their EP, some new songs, and then the cover of Come On, Eileen. And then that was featured in 10 Things I Hate About You. Wait, was that in there, or that just was... They were just on that soundtrack. Or they were just in that movie.
I believe they were also. Yeah, they were also in that movie. They were playing on the roof at the end. I don't know. I don't think that they were playing that song.
Soundtrack. Maybe because there's a bunch of covers. No, Save Ferris, I know, is on there. I'm just looking at the soundtrack now.
Oh, they're also apparently played in The Prom. Here, this is going to be...
Oh, really? Like the movie
credits
of The Prom?
end credits, there's going to be an ad.
I Want You to Want Me. Yeah, but this is by Letters to Cleo,
Yes.
which is a cover, obviously. Of the Cheap
And
Trick
don't
song.
you see you can...
Wait, am I wrong then?
What? No, they were in this movie. But you thought they were in this movie at this moment.
Is that Letters
This is
to
Letters to
Cleo?
Cleo.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I knew that there was a band playing on the roof, which this is like super dangerous.
Yeah, right?
That's like really scary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, new turnstile. That's exciting.
Is it though?
Yeah. You don't like it?
We'll talk about it.
Oh.
Off air.
Bo hates turnstile.
I don't. I don't hate Turnstile.
You heard it here
It's
first,
good.
folks.
It's good. It just
Bo
sounds like the
hates
other record too.
Turnstile.
It just feels like they're doing the same thing again, which is great. But
I don't think you think it's great.
anyways,
Anyway, say Ferris.
well, we
Come
first
on,
gotta
Eileen.
do
Dexy's Midnight Runner. What do you know about Dexy's Midnight Runners, Bo?
absolutely nothing.
You
Australian.
know this song. Ooh.
The Australian.
English. Birmingham.
Come on, Eileen.
Known for their songs Gino and Come On Eileen. This is alright. It's alright tune, right? It's a pretty good tune.
Yeah.
The Say Ferris version elevates it, I think.
Okay. We'll do what we normally do.
That's how I feel about like Take On Me as well.
Yeah.
That Real Big Fish version, like
Well, they did.
it's just
They
better.
did speed it up,
It's just better.
and it felt.
And we can sing just like our fathers. Here we go. Is there saxophone? Boo-doo-doo. Playing along, right? Yeah. And trumpet maybe? Or just saxophone? So is this a ska song? Already?
That rip there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Great.
It's a good song.
All right, so here is the Say
It's
Ferris.
a better version.
Sure.
It's just longer also.
It's because it's sped up.
Yeah.
They probably do some ripping solos.
Yeah. Her voice is great too.
Oh yeah. Ska.
Yeah. I feel like ska bands doing covers is kind of a thing.
Ska 2 Network. That's all.
Yeah, but I
their
mean,
channel is.
like from this third wave though, like
Yeah.
I feel like all those bands, like
Yeah.
Five Iron Frenzy did one every album.
Okay.
In fact, I'm kind of surprised they never put out a covers album because they would do at least one every album and stuff. But and maybe it was also a fact of like that, like Real Big Fish, and then this, and like maybe there was like a third one that got kind of big in this time, and maybe people are like, ooh, I guess we should like cover things. Or
I think
whatever,
a lot of bands were covering.
Yeah.
Would have like.
Well, I mean,
like even Limp Bizkit.
Sure. Yeah. It's also a way to like fill out your set list, and
Oh yeah. My band had did
Sammy
a cover
Ray
song.
always does a cover. Like each tour or each leg of tour has like a cover that they're doing usually, at least one. Oh, it's funny. Minutes after sending you this the other night, I did come across another cover.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, this is really cool too. So
I did as well.
I'll save that for next time. So 10 episodes or so from now.
Yeah, I think I even put it on my. I was gonna text you and be like, I got another one.
Yeah, I had the same thought, but I was like, no, like this one deserves its own.
Come on.
I saw them on Warped Tour.
Yeah.
And then she said a joke, and then they played the song. And I'm trying to remember what the joke is. I mean, you know the punchline,
Yeah.
but I can't remember the setup. It's like, what's worse than blah, blah, blah? Come on, Eileen.
Sure.
You don't like the joke.
Come on, Eileen, oh, I swear what he means at this moment. You mean everything to me.
That horn line reminds me of something else. Reminds me of something else.
Everything.
Still like a good chunk of time left.
It's just all silence.
Yeah. It's 30 seconds.
It's really 30 seconds of silence?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, it's radio. Also, I for the come on the original, I put
Yeah, the single edit.
single.
How long's the original one, I wonder?
The original version of Come On Eileen
The bands are
Is-
Dexy's Midnight Runners, by the way. The original lineup was known as Dexy's Mark 1.
is 4:47,
Oh, okay.
and then where's the? Is it on here?
Yeah.
No, like the radio
single.
edit.
No, that probably would have come out.
So it's
as its own
4:47 compared to
340.
So the original is longer, like
Yeah,
the original whole version.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's our set.
Mm-hmm.
That's our time.
It's our time. We've been Two Tunes Podcast.
Yeah.
We'll be at the merch table after.
Come talk to us. There was a day that I decided to listen to Panic at the Disco's first record,
Such a good album.
and I was here, and like they don't let the kids in until 7:25,
Oh, man.
and I get here a
That
little.
would be amazing.
The buses were letting kids into the building before anybody was here, so like the building was open to anybody.
I think our building opens at 7.
And who's there?
Police officer, principals.
Yeah, but like that's it.
Teachers don't have to be there till 7:20, yeah.
Yes. So I was listening to it, and like no kid was in the building. I was just listening to it, and then like at a certain time, and that's about the time that's like, okay, if kids are down here, then I have to like go get to my duty. So one kid came in, and was like, I love Panic at the Disco, and another kid came in, and was like, I love Panic at the Disco. I was like, cool. But I listened to that whole that first record. It's a good record.
Yeah.
I need to do the second record, which I think is a good record. It's
Pretty
weird.
good, yeah.
It's
because it's not
Panic.
Well, it's not the one guy. The like main songwriter guy left.
Did he?
Yeah, he and what's his face had a falling out. Ryan something, I think his name is. Panic at your mom. Panic at your mother.
Panic at the Disco.
Panic a la discotheque. I saw them on their big headlining tour in Omaha. Ryan Ross
Are you sure?
and Spencer Smith were like the original guys, and then they recruited Brendan Urie and Brent Wilson, and then Ryan Ross left. I thought it was after that first album. Maybe it was after the second one.
I think it is after the second one, and then it just became.
Oh no! It
face?
says the second album was a significant departure from the band's debut.
Yeah, but Ryan Ross is still in it.
He was
Yeah, right here. Look at the
departed
timeline.
because of.
Yeah, but after the second record.
Okay.
You said who's the other? Spencer. Yeah, everybody's the main people
Okay. Yeah. So he was
are
still
still on
yeah.
the first and second record,
Fair
and then
enough.
that
Okay.
third record is like then it's just the Brendan.
Then it's just Brendan Urie.
well, and two other
The
guys.
Brendan Urie
But
experience.
the last three, which aren't really
yeah.
like Death of a Bachelor. Like
Yeah. He should just change the name.
At that point, he shouldn't have been Panic because I think he was popular enough as himself.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, he
he-
has released stuff as himself too, right?
Yeah, but
Or maybe just more so on other people's.
let's look at Brendan Urie's discography. Is it just Yeah, maybe
it's all just like singles, like him on other people's things.
Yeah, that's featuring.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, so no, he hasn't. He's just been Panic.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Like, keep a brand.
Yeah, definitely after 2 records.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's like,
yeah.
Like, it's if Fall Out Boy had broken up, and Patrick Stump was still using the name, you'd be like, this is weird.
He's the Fall Out Boy.
And actually, Patrick Stump is not the Fall Out Boy.
No, but I mean, he would be the Fall Out in that.
Yeah.
In that situation.
Yeah, it's the other. What's the other guy's?
Pete Wentz.
Yeah, Pete Wentz is the Fall Out Boy. Really.
Yeah.
He's the guy that writes all the songs and the lyrics because they're apparently weird. I don't know, or at least they were.
That's how it was originally.
The first like 3 records were all like concept records, I think. Yes,
no. I don't think so.
All right, but anyways,
Under the Cork Tree just had its anniversary, 20 years.
Dude, there's so many anniversary stuffs going on.
That's such a good album too.
Crap, there was something. Oh yeah, new record day last Friday. So many
Did
new
that Blonde
records.
Shell album come out?
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta add that to my. Acres dropped.
Where are you? Go back to my library. So the new Pup.
Yeah, I saw. I'm not.
It's okay. It's you don't need to like. Blonde Shell new album came out. Propagandi's new record came out, and then I found like the day before it came out, I found a band called Bleed.
Okay.
And it came out and it's pretty awesome. And if you haven't already listened to it, Dr. Connor Chapman. Doctor
of Love.
Oh, I should go up to him and be like, no time for love, Doctor. Actually, there was a teacher at college. His name was Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones?
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones?
Oh my God, stop. All right.
Dr. Jones.
I need to read his book, by the way, the Fall Out Boy guy.
Joe Troman?
Yeah, I have his book.
He wrote a book?
No, wait. Yes. Yeah.
Joe Troman, lead guitar player?
Yeah, he wrote a book.
For the Fall Out Boys?
I wonder, do they even have it in here? Would it be under like personal life?
Book.
Yeah, memoir.
Wait, Image Comics. What did he do in Image Comics?
I don't know.
Holy roller.
Anyways, we're going to leave. So we'll see you next time
Cool.
on the Two Tunes podcast.
Those tunes. Bye.
Those tunes. Bye.
Bye.